I love recording videos, but I'm out of space. There's only one thing we can do now. Make more.
To make digital space, we have to take space from reality. Somewhere on the internet, your life is stored, and I'll store my life in an R5 Fractal case. A bit old, but got it for a good price. Building a NAS can be cheaper than you think, especially if you use leftover hardware. Run a few mem checks, make sure everything is nice and stable. While you could use the SATA ports on your motherboard, we are going to stuff this bitch like a Thanksgiving turkey. So we will be using some eBay SAS controller cards. To work with Unraid and TrueNAS, they have to be flashed in IT mode. I personally never messed about with this stuff before. This is FFF connectors. They look like little duck beaks. SAS also works with SATA. So without extenders, this little card can handle 8 hard drives. It can be really expensive feeding these tentacle monsters. I've got the Exos drives, 18 terabyte each. Enterprise disks are usually a bit cheaper than the NAS drives and more reliable, but they are a bit louder and lack some features.
Nice.
Don't worry, I'm just hiding behind the computer, doing some cable management. This was incredibly satisfying to cable manage. A bit stiff power cables, perhaps. Oh no. Oh no, everything is full. What am I supposed to do? Humongous cockers! Ha! 98 terabytes. Fucking hell, that's a lot of space. Damn it, it's not 100 terabytes though. 2 drives are lost to parity. So almost. A lot of terrible things have happened in my closet. It's the perfect home for my monster. That's right. We're also stuffing my closet. I've always wanted to install a little server rack somewhere. And it needed a little bit of prep work.
Whoops.
When I started this project, it was impossible to find some plywood. How can we be out of plywood? I used some oak shelf units. It worked out fine. The best way to keep the monsters at bay is to put LED strips inside of your closets. Nice. I should almost do this in my other closet when I'm picking out my clothing. Cool. Gonna put a power brick in first to power all the devices we're gonna put in here. The first thing we are going to need is organization. So here we have a Keystone patch panel for all of the network cables. I ended up getting some plastic keystones. Might not be the best, but it's been working just fine for me. It's like the little Legos of networking. Just click them in. It almost looks like I know what I'm doing. There's probably a bunch of viewers that does this stuff for a living, and I do pity you. Making network cables is inhumane. My fingers still hurt. If you want to crimp your own network cables, follow that color combination. There's better videos to watch than mine for this, so go away. Line them up and give it 2 good little squeezes. Poof. Done. You should also make sure your cables actually function.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No matter how annoying this is, it's super satisfying. Cut and squeeze. That's perfection right there. Look at that. I made a little glory hole in my wall for the cables to poke out. Some backups and a switch for sharing the internet. It's already dusty. How is that even possible? This reminds me of making smörgåstårta. There is layer upon layer. These are all temporary routers. Where's all the dust coming from? I'm doing some cute color coding with my network cables. The different networks will have their own colors and purposes.
What the hell is this thing doing?
Oh god, it's a reflection of me there. Is it I don't think it's enough. It's not enough of a reflection to censor. I love robot vacuum cleaners. I love robot vacuum cleaners and VR headsets. That's my hobby. Not bad. This was the initial plan at least. Temporarily thought through with my Photoshop picture here. Pretty good. Pretty good. Always plan ahead. After a month, it finally arrived. All the way from the blessed lands of China. My new router. They also sent a power brick maracas. We're not using that piece of shit. But the router itself, oh yeah, rock solid. This is one of the routers I bought. 4 GB of RAM, 256 GB of storage for some reason. Out with the old, and in with the new.
There we go.
The closet is gonna become its own case. It needs to breathe. So we have to poke some holes. Just like that time you bought that pet at the pet store. They poked little holes in it. No, not in it, in the box it came in to make it breathe.
Just structurally weaken the door.
Whoops, we kind of tore the paint on the inside of the door. But you won't see that anyway, so we don't have to worry too much about it. Those are 5-volt Noctua fans, by the way. China blessed me once again. A month later, the second router arrived. This boy is a bit more powerful than the other router. It will run VPNs and WireGuard and stuff like that. Dual channel, 16 GB of RAM in a router. Cool. You could easily run Dockers and stuff in these little routers. Little computers is what they actually are. The power brick was also much better. Ordering from AliExpress in China is quite a gamble.
I can hear it.
3 degrees difference. Not bad. Not bad. These are 5-volt Noctua fans. With our controllers, you can select the speed of them. You can plug them straight into a USB port if you want to. With the Asus Tor 2.5 gigabit switch, the 2 new routers, 2 backups, the medium NAS, and the biggest dickus. Very well, like and favorite this shit. Download more RAM today. This was a pretty nerdy video, wasn't it?